feel like we all try to fit in life, whether it be friendships, work, or relationships. In some regard, all of us have that worry at the back of our minds, and it says, I don't fit in with anyone, and that's a problem. I think I've experienced this feeling a lot when I was in school. I don't think I ever really did fit in with other people when I was younger. I've always been pretty awkward and, for lack of a better word, different. And sadly, I was picked on because of this. I feel like at the time this made me have a pretty pessimistic view of everybody else. My view at the time was that I didn't fit in, and that was okay, because I didn't really want to. It didn't appeal to me because I thought that other people would just hurt me, so I was only friends with a select few people. But after a while, the bullying ended, and therefore I became less pessimistic. Now I was happier, and I was also now close with my friends. However, now there was a new issue. I was still an incredibly awkward kid, and I felt like everybody else had this head start on me in terms of social skills, which I just didn't have. I started to now worry that I didn't fit in, and that wasn't okay with me. So, as a fix to this issue, I tried to do everything I could to make myself seem more normal. This involved me basically stripping away certain aspects of my personality that I thought would make people view me as perhaps a bit weird or different. This was a huge mistake for me, because I need to tell you, if you're ever in a position like this, where you don't fully fit in with the other people around you, that's okay. You don't have to fit in. And don't ever compromise your own authenticity just so you can more easily fit in with the other people. If you don't mesh with someone or a group of folks, then that's perfectly alright. You shouldn't have to force yourself to. Still though, I was myself around my friends, but when it came to other people, I felt like I was a slightly different person. And because of this, I ended up becoming a bit dull myself. I wasn't that interesting since I'd basically just been hiding away aspects of myself. Also, this did not achieve the goal I set of making myself appear less weird, because guess what? I was still awkward as shit. So I'd become less interesting because I'd turned myself hollow, and I was still awkward. So what could I have done instead, and what can you do if you're in a similar situation? What I'd say is the main takeaway from this is that you shouldn't chase the goal of fitting in, because for a lot of people it is born out of an insecurity, and trying to act on that insecurity will make yourself just feel worse. Instead, you should chase the goal of becoming an interesting person. And now the way you become interesting is to simply just do shit. Whether it's an interesting hobby, a skill that you're developing, or even just something simple like going on a walk. These things will, I guarantee you, will make you more interesting. The most important thing I'll also say is just to own everything about you. Even your insecurities and fears. Actually, especially your insecurities and fears. Please don't change who you are as a person. The only things you have to change about yourself to fit in, I'd say, are things that are maybe toxic, unhealthy, or unhygienic. Everything else, just keep the same. Own you. That thing that you're anxious about, the thing that you think will make other people judge you and look weird at you, is also something that other people will find really cool and interesting. Don't try to dumb yourself down to appeal to as many people as possible. You need to be authentically you, because it allows you to be friends with people who accept the whole you, flaws and all. And you want this. You want to have friends where both you try and fit in around each other personality-wise. You don't want to have to force yourself to fit in around other people who you don't really mesh with. As soon as I stopped caring about trying to fit in around everybody and just to be me and hang out with people who liked me for myself, I was a lot happier and I was a lot more confident. I mean, I don't fit in with everyone, and that's okay because I don't think that we're meant to as humans. We're all different and weird with our own little quirks, and sometimes these differences they don't work with each other, and that's okay. So, if you're worried that you don't fit in at the moment in your given situation, then I want to tell you that it's all okay. Your feelings are valid, but you can't let it overpower you. What I'd recommend is to do more activities that you enjoy and don't dwell on this fear, because it won't give you a meaningful outcome. I want you to be proud of who you are as a person. All those little weird niches that you like and all your little weird eccentricities, they make you, you. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, especially if you've made it to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. I hope you gained something out of watching this, and please subscribe if you did enjoy the video and aren't currently subscribed already. I've made a shorter one. I didn't really know what else to say besides this, so it's just not as long as my first video. And if you have any other feedback about this, feel free to drop it in the comments below, because I'd love to read it. Anyway, goodbye everybody. I'll see you all soon.